Hey everyone, today we're going to tell you about employee nominations that truly work. We will show you some best practices, ideas, some use cases, and tell you about the best tools to achieve your goals. So, first of all, I want you to meet our team, our speakers, Anna and Natalia, and me, I will be moderator. So, Anna Kravitz is CEO of Linkers. She is also the mother of the employee recognition product, which will be featuring in our use cases today. Also, Anna has more than 15 years of experience working with different communities, intranets, with companies from all over the world. So she has a lot of tips and tricks how to make your employee recognition experience the best. The next speaker is Natalia Domanska. She is our partnership and client success specialist. She also has a lot of um, knowledge about employee recognition functionality, about employee recognition best practices, as she worked with this product and use cases a lot. She also has a lot of ideas how to make customers happy, your employees happy, and of course, achieve the best user adoption. She will tell about the best features to use when you want to achieve the best annual employee recognition awards. And me, Natalia Sherbina, I'm a product manager at Linkers, and I will be moderating this meeting today. So the word for to Anna Kravitz, and she will tell us about some use cases. Anna?
Hello, guys. So you should see my screen now,
Yep.
and while I'm showing it, we'll tell you more about our best practices and use cases which we prepared for nominations during award recognition process. Whether you're from HR, internal comms, or intranet side of things, we believe this webinar will be really useful for you in terms of increasing user engagement to nominations based employee recognition programs, or just to deal with some regular issues, like, for instance, very cumbersome award approval process, not very usable nominations process, or low user engagement. Or, for instance, if you see any struggles with engaging your executive teams, or probably blue collar workers, frontline workers, we also have tips and tricks how to do this and how to enable it. Today, we are using Lumapps platform and Linkers employee recognition and gamification extension for Lumapps platform to show you how it actually works and how we can arrange different nominations programs within intranet. We prepared three scenarios depending on the different level of top-down process or level of control from the organizational side, and the level of user engagement, level how you utilize public voting, for instance. So every company with different culture will find a way and will find approaches how and best practices to use it. All these use cases are inspired by our real customer cases within the last 15 years. And what we can tell, what we can guarantee, if you do similar recognition and gamification projects, nomination based inside your intranet, the adoption for during the period of nominations will grow rapidly and very stably. So this is also a good way to improve adoption to your intranet in general, and user engagement, employee engagement to the intranet channel. So let's start with a first nomination approach, which is Leader of the Year. For instance, we also will show you another case for Customer Hero of the Year, for instance, an example for customer service recognition, and the Project of the Year typical categories. If you run several nomination projects at once, we recommend to start with a homepage for these recognition programs. aggregate homepage, like here, for instance, we prepared for this demo, where you showcase all the award categories. You have links to this dedicated pages for each award category. We also recommend for this specific homepage already to showcase as much information as possible about the current state of things during who is nominees, what projects are voted for, because this brings engagement right at the start, so people won't lose this information if they don't click to these links, for instance. Also, for the sake of user engagement, we highly recommend to utilize a word stream widget, which Linker's employee recognition and gamification product provides, which is designed to provide as much user engagement as possible. It's basically a timeline of voting activities, which is, of course, visibility is managed by you, so it can be visible for everybody or visible only for a committee who is currently voting, for instance. And within this award stream, people can see who voted for which project recently. They can react to this, they can comment for this. It's good both if you want to engage general public and everybody in the voting process, or even if you want to engage your executive teams, because only them can do this. Even for that purpose, we do recommend to use activity stream widget. And when you already finish the recognition, the nomination period is finished, for instance, end of quarter, end of year, here how your final results may look. So we provide functionality of leaderboards for automatically formed leaderboards for any category. You can also modify how they look to include ranks, to include score here. And of course, for if you had any award gala evening and some recognition, offline recognition events, we highly recommend to share a photo gallery here and some post-event comments from the team. So during the next year, before the next round of nomination process, people will be able to return to this page to still comment, to feel nostalgic about that, and to be motivated to participate in the next year nomination programs. So if we return to the categories which we have, let's start with the Leader of the Year category. This is a project which is this is a nomination program which is top-down approach, basically. So, for instance, all the nominees have been already pre-selected and added to the internet. Currently, Lumaps, for instance, as separate pages with the description of the nominee, with the contact link to the profile in Lumaps. So, for instance, you can even go to the profile and see their contacts and their all-year awards. For instance, if you haven't placed some ongoing values-based recognition, if you have work anniversary awards, which all of this our functionality provides, you can check before you vote for this person, you can check the profile and see what values they are showing within, what other badges, what other projects they participated and received recognition for. So this is a good also way to understand, do you want to vote for this project or not, for this person, for this leader, if you don't know this person in person. Here, for instance, in this use case, only a specific committee can vote for nominees, and this committee consists of executive team, plus, for instance, winners of the previous year awards. So only them will see this orange widget on the page with the possibility to vote for this. So, for instance, here I select Melissa. I award her this badge and write some justification, like Melissa proves to be a great leader, for instance. The larger notification, the larger the justification, the better, of course. because it will give more context to this vote. So if you can share what projects you participated with or what influenced your decision about voting for Melissa, of course, it's also great to add it here. In this specific nomination project, we also have approval flow enabled. You can enable it or it's actually optional. But approval flow, for instance, helps you to hide the votes before the announcement date, for instance. So you can use this mechanism for approval. How it looks on the side of approval. The person who is responsible for approvals will receive notification in their Lumaps intranet, in the email as well. And they will also be able to go to a specific page with the list of all approvals. When they click on this notification, they will see, oh, for instance, I want to approve or decline this person, and they can do it from this interface, or they can go specifically to the admin panel, for instance, and vote and decide there. Like, for instance, here, awards approval review, there's a possibility to see all the recent votes, filter them, for instance, for recently pending approvals only, find some specific category you need to uh, you need to select for, and yeah, for instance, like here, and then approve only these categories as well. For statistics purposes or for dashboard purposes, you can also export this information and analyze it. And maybe for you, it will be easier to work in Excel spreadsheet format than in this interface, or build some different leaderboards to integrate with externally facing dashboards for the future, for instance. So this is a nomination process for Leaders of the Year and voting process. We have functionality of, so with this functionality of export and the functionality of reviewing, it's very easy to see the dynamics of the voting. It's if you're concerned with somebody voting for instance, in some kind of judgmental way or not very honestly, it's very easy to track through through expert functionality, through analytics functionality here. But basically, in the use case where committee is voting, we believe these kind of issues are eliminated. And of course, with additional approval flow enabled for nomination process. I want to highlight that for busy managers, for instance, in this use case, everything is available from in the committee. Everything is available from the mobile application or from mobile browser. So the same process can happen in mobile browser, where you can also vote for a person. You can see the stream of recent votes if you have access to this information, and basically review results and see a profile of people to evaluate whom to vote for. This is an example of Leader of the Year use case. And I want to highlight the page of this specific category. For instance, during the process of voting, this page will be publicly available. Everybody will see all the nominees, but general public won't be able to vote for them, although they can see the details about these people. And after the nomination is finished and results are announced, here everybody will be able to see the leaderboard, which is automatically formed from the people who got most of the votes. We do recommend, for the transparency, for the sake of transparency and honesty, to show the voting timeline for after the results are published, so everybody sees who who voted for whom, what was their justification for them. It's also additional mechanism for committee members to be honest and truthful about their votes, because later everybody will see what they voted for. You can also highlight all the members of the committee here, for instance, showing that top senior executives voted for that. Plus, you also have winners from the previous year, for instance. And of course, everybody is free to provide their shout outs, their recognitions, even if they're not participating in official voting process done by the committee. But the more people are engaged, the better will be the result. The better recognition will be for the winners, the better engagement will be for the general company, and motivation for everybody to participate and be nominated in the next year. So we highly recommend to enable commenting feature for this nomination process, and also share some recently received awards after the nomination the nomination results were announced. If we go to the next, if we return to the homepage of all our nomination programs and go to the next nomination strategy, we took an example of Customer Hero of the Year award for instance, customer service representative. Here, approach is a bit different, but also supported with our native functionality of linkers, employee recognition, and gamification. For instance, everybody here can nominate each other for not themselves, but their colleagues for the award. We created the process, which is very easy to do with the help of standard Lumapps template functionality. So as soon as you click nominate your colleague here, you have the form to fill. And after you fill this form, basically, I won't save this at this moment, but after you fill this form, basically a nomination page is created. For instance, like for Priya here, where we see her picture, description why she has been nominated, and possibility to vote for her. In this case, everybody can vote for the nomination, but the nomination is published after previous approval by the manager of this program. So everybody can nominate, but nomination page is published after the review, and then everybody can vote for this for nominees. But the nomination should be approved by the direct manager of this person. I'm sorry. The direct manager of this person will receive, after I, for instance, vote for Priya and give her this award, her direct manager will receive automatically receive approval request. I don't need to select him here, her here. So, for instance, they will receive approval requests. They will also receive, the direct manager will see this request in Lumapps in email, and will be able to instantly approve or decline this request. So here in this nomination program, we see a combination of top-down approach and peer-to-peer recognition, bottom-up approach. So the top-down is approval of direct manager and approval of nomination submission, but everybody can vote and everybody can nominate. So this is, in our opinion, a perfect match of these two approaches. So you still, as an organization, has control and can prevent any kind of overusage, but at the same time, everybody is involved and everybody is engaged in the voting process. So maximum engagement is possible. And here also we recommend to add additional information for people to be inspired which nominees to choose. For instance, you want to share here the list of most active customer service representatives in your intranet knowledge base on customer service. And here, for instance, you will share their recent articles, so people can vote not just because they see this person and they like them, but also because of their contribution to the intranet and to the knowledge base about customer service, to the ideas about customer service, etc. And after the voting process is done, or during the voting process, you can also share the latest votes timeline and the current leaderboard before you announce the final results. So these are two approaches which I showed, and I want to give a word to Natalia Domanska on our side uh, for the third approach.
Thanks, Anna. I'll share my screen to go you a glance of Project of the Year nomination. We will share the detail on your request about more, about mechanics and settings and the flow and the flow at your request. So right now, I'll just go briefly through the use case and just few features of the employee recognition extension that enabled all three use cases and actually can do much more. Project of the Year. This one will allow you to celebrate the most outstanding projects and spotlight inspiring teams and individuals that implemented those. The teams or individuals will have the possibility to nominate their project through the form similar to one that Anna just shared. And it will be displayed in the gallery where all your employees will have the possibility to see the project, to have a look at the project. It can have links, the video. It's basically the pitching why you think your project deserves the company best project award and contributed the most to the success of the company. So going through description and links, and also probably looking at why others recognize this project through the timeline of this particular project, the person can vote immediately for the project. It's already pre-selected. Project is pre-selected. You select the word. You write justification why this particular project looks so inspirational to you. And then when the voting completed, their committee could select the one that is truly standing out. And on the page itself of this nomination, you can engage with others. It's actually very live discussion on all the voting that already had happened, and of course, leaderboard with top 3 projects that are now passing the wave. Also, one important thing that while you're voting, you can vote only once per project. So one user, one vote per one project. This allows you to really see the leaders and see which project could be could I have an honor to be recognized as the best project. And just few moments. Sorry, wrong button. To share which widgets or features powered all these 3 use cases. So the Give a Word widget that allows you to give a word through the profile or through the widget itself. You've already seen the award stream, and also this stream is visible through Lumap's navigation panel. Main places where everyone can see or get notified of the awards. Of course, celebration of the work anniversaries, and behind the scene glance at the management panel for program managers, for global managers, um, and also marketplace managers. And just there for you to understanding how the programs works in the programs, like project of the year or customer care of the year, you define the program managers, you define who will participate, who, if you want to limit which Lumap's group or maybe location or any section that you have, and who will be approving this awards. It could be either defined approvals or direct managers, as in the cases presented by Anna, and of course, real time analytics and on the go recognition in your mobile. Thanks so much. Giving word to Natalia.
Thank you very much. I love these use cases, so I had a great time hearing them. And it's now time for questions, and we already have a question. I will read it for Anna and Natalia to answer. So Anna asked, I see the number of available points, and I also see that voting on someone costs 10 points. In which scenarios do you see the need for this limit, and how do you get more points?
Yeah, so this is an optional feature which you can enable or disable for different recognition programs, and for any specific award. Actually, you can set up either some amount of points associated with it or 0 points, so it will be free to give. And what we recommend to use is that if this award is really valuable, for instance, and is given by executive person, it's good if it's associated with some amount of points, because later you can exchange these points to corporate goods and merchandise, or some vouchers, some non-material motivation activities provided by the company, for instance, dinner with executive team, or some team building sponsored by the team building events sponsored by the company, etc. How do you get more points? You get points by receiving more awards. And these points you can spend later on corporate goodies. How you get points to give? So in our system, we have two accounts. One account is points to give, and another account is coins to spend. So people don't it's not like real money when you have just one account. You either spend it on yourself or give it to others, which makes the giving process a bit harder mentally. But if you have a separate account only to spend to your colleagues, it will make people more generous. They don't lose anything to spend for their own rewards, but they have plenty points to give to each other and to recognize each other. We believe this system is more engaging, is less competitive, so it enables more people, motivates more people to share recognition with others.
Thanks, Anna. And I guess that's probably it for today. We don't have much time left. So if you have any other questions, please feel free to leave them in comments in LinkedIn event, or if you came to us from the Hive Lumaps, you can also leave your comments there and we'll answer them. And also feel free to write us if you want more details and some templates for your community based on the third use case, which Natalia showed, and we'll be happy to tell you more. Thank you very much to Anna and Natalia and everyone who listened today and will listen in the future. We'll have the recording for you soon. And stay tuned, because we'll have a lot of other webinars for you.
Thank you for your attention. Recording is available on LinkedIn and YouTube channel of ours. So stay tuned.
Thank you. Bye.